Now put on the wig and adjust it to where you want it to sit on your forehead. Make sure that your wig is centered. Our next step after this is to cut out the ear tabs, also known as the excess lace that lays over or covers your ears. This is going to make a big difference in comfort. We are slowly going to trim a half moon shape following the curvature of our ear. To make this process a little bit easier as a total beginner, you can use your fingers to mark the area or use a white eyeliner pencil to trace around your ear so that you have a visible guideline that you can just follow. Make sure to tie up the hair or clip away the section of hair that is closest to your ear to avoid cutting too much of the actual wig hair off, as well as it gives you better visibility so you don't end up cutting too deep into the wig tracks. With small scissors, cut a vertical slit in the lace right near the ear, then slowly begin to trim off the extra lace following the natural curvature of your ear. Keep your scissors angled and close to your head, but go slow. This ensures that you don't cut off too much lace. You want to cut off just enough so that the lace sits comfortably around your ear. Once you get to the end of the lace, you should be able to just easily pull it off. The lace should now comfortably fit around your ears. Now all we have to do is repeat the same process to the other side. As you're cutting, make sure to keep your wig centered and make sure that both sides are symmetrical. Feel free to try the wig back on and adjust if needed. Now that our ear tabs are done and our wig is sitting properly, I went ahead to glue down my lace and tied it down with an elastic band for 30 minutes. Now that the glue has had enough time to dry down and completely set, let's take off this elastic band and see what our lace is giving. It's not even complete yet and it already looks so good. It is melted and giving scalp already. Our glue has had more than enough time to set and grab onto that lace. I mean, look at the hold. It's not going anywhere. And these are the type of results you get when you take your time and go through all the steps. But wait, we're not done yet. We are going to make this look even more melted and snatched. Let's start by cutting off the excess lace. It is important to know that your glue is fully dried down first before you start cutting. This ensures that your lace won't lift or shift while you're cutting off the rest of the lace. Start by cutting your lace into 3 sections by making vertical slits on each side near your temple. Make sure you stop just before the hairline. Be careful not to cut too far in. Leave about 1 centimeter or 2 of lace for a secure and natural blend. When you're done, it should look like this. You should have 1 section in the middle and 2 on the sides. For full control and precision, I like to use a pair of small scissors or an eyebrow razor, and I will demonstrate using both. We're going to start from the middle of our forehead. Grab your middle section and begin cutting from the center of the forehead. This gives you more control over how far back or forward the lace sits on both sides. Instead of cutting in a straight line, which can make the lace look obvious or too blunt, we're going to use zigzag motions. This means making small, gentle, jagged cuts. Think of it as cutting in tiny curves or waves rather than a flat edge. These irregular cuts help the lace blend better into the skin by diffusing the edge. Here's a tip. Tilt the scissors slightly while you're cutting to make the motion a little bit easier. What you see me doing here is re-customizing the hairline because this little willow peak thing was not really looking too good to me, so I decided to cut it off before I continued cutting off the lace. As you're cutting, follow the natural hairline curve of your wig. As you zigzag, move along the natural shape of the hairline. Do not go too far into the lace. Remove just enough to remove the transparent part that is sitting on the skin without any hair attached to it. Here is my front section done, and I just wanted you to see all the little jagged cuts I have made along the edge. These jagged cuts are what is going to make your lace blend seamlessly into your skin. Now let's cut off the lace on the sides. However, this time I will be using an eyebrow razor. Regardless of whatever tool you choose to use, make sure you're still cutting in jagged motions. Also, another important thing to note before you start cutting your lace is to make sure that any baby hairs hairs or flyaway wig strands are away from the lace. This gives you a clear view of the hairline and protects the hairs from being accidentally cut. Now here is my left side done. And as you can see here, even while using the razor, we still got those jagged cuts for that seamless blend. Now let's finish up by doing the same thing on our right side. Once I have all the excess lace from my 3 sections cut off, this is what my hairline is looking like. After cutting, you may have some areas of the lace that aren't glued down. We need to re-glue any lifted pieces for a seamless blend. Check out the full tutorial on my channel on how to achieve that skin-like melt.